Okay, take two. This is what happens when you don't have an editing program and you have to delete the first video and start again. I am Rach from Rara's Realm. I'm trying not to cough. I should have probably had a cough lolly in the end because I did cough a little bit through the first video. Never mind, we'll try and make it work. I've got some water. Welcome to my new subscribers and to my returning viewers. It's nice to have you back. Thank you for those of you that comment and like the videos. If this is your first viewing, I'm recording the progress of an 8 project rotation from being a one project at a time girl. So on the 1st of January I started over an increment of 4 days each project, started 8 projects. So I'm working on a 40-day rotation and I have two 4-day free slots in the middle and at the end of the rotation, which just gives me a bit of a chance to spend some time on a piece that I'm really enjoying working on, or if I didn't quite finish something, excuse me, I can, like say, I've got several projects are several parts, and some of them are quite easy to get a part done, but if I haven't quite finished the part, I can give it a day in the free slots and get that finished so that when it comes up in the rotation I'm ready to start on the next slot. So this week I have got 3 things to share with you. I think I'll just jump into it so that I don't end up coughing all over the place. Project 6 is the Quaker in 6 parts. That is a free chart available through a Facebook group that you need to request to join. If I just put that up there, you can see the name. So I am almost done with the top half of the chart. I'll show you what I've done. So this is where we are so far. Last week I had got that done, so I've worked on this and the start of the element up here. I'm doing this on a, I think, 28 count raw linen, and I'm using Gentle Arts Presidential Blue, which is the mistake I made in the first video and why I'm having to redo the video, because I called it something completely different. It is Presidential Blue, and on raw linen it is absolutely stunning. I have even begun to think about what else I can use it with. So anyway, so that was Project 6. Project 7 got its 4 days last week, although I didn't get 4 days of stitching, I'm afraid. I'm still right back at the beginning. Like right here, this is page 1, and that's about where I'm at pretty much. When I showed this last, I had got border done, this done, the name, and I was just starting to work on that. So that is all I have done. It's not even finished, that element, but this is a page 1 finish with a bit in another page. So I filled in the leaves, I've done the 2 flowers, there's a bit of greenery under here and some more leaves and flowers which are in the next page. So page 1 of 9 is finished, and I'm doing this on the called for linen, which is light exemplar, Lakeside Linens. It's 32 count I'm doing it on, and I'm using the DMC conversion. So it's very pretty, but it's another one that's probably going to take a while. And then the other project I worked on yesterday at Stitchy Group, instead of taking that to work on, I took this little darling. Now, if you've been here before, you will know the Great Border debacle, in which I've basically ballsed up royally. In the last time I showed this, I identified where I found a mistake, which was down here somewhere. So yesterday I frogged along back to that mistake, and stitched again, and then when I got down to the corner here I figured out what I needed to do, which I figured out wrong, so I had to frog back to where I had figured it out wrong. So I fixed that, but before I started that I had a really good look here, and sure enough I found another mistake, which is somewhere up, no, we're on this side, isn't it, somewhere up in here. So let me show you the real thing first of all. So the mistake is in here somewhere, and that is what's made me get 2 stitches out, because what I left out is 2 stitches, one on top of each other. So that has brought this here to not be quite in the right place. But what I did was I fudged this corner rather than unpick this bit and try and add a bit more again. I was getting sick and tired of it basically, and really it was going to end up being in a permanent naughty step bin, or start it again, and I really didn't want to start it again. So let me hold the whole thing out, and you can see I've now got the border done. You can see this bottom corner down here is slightly elongated, although the top one is pushed out a little bit too. Hopefully that's not wrong, but I'm not looking at it. Anyway, I have got 1 stitch between each of the scrolls on the corners, which is what the pattern calls for, and I'm fairly sure that once all the leaves and the acorns are up and the middle is done, you're not going to really notice that at the bottom. It's obvious now because there's nothing else to look at, but so it is done, and I've made a start here, so I'm going to work now in this bottom corner and get that bit done. Okay, what I should have been working on today was Farmhouse Christmas, but I still haven't received part 2 of Farmhouse Christmas, not from the auto ship program that I no longer belong to, but I had paid for part 2, that still hasn't arrived, and the reordered part 2 from 123 Stitch still hasn't arrived. That, however, came tracked, and I know that it cleared customs on Friday, so obviously our courier post, who delivers the tracked items in my part of the world, don't shift things from Auckland to the South Island over the weekend, so hopefully that's happened today, and I should get it tomorrow if not Wednesday. So what I'm doing is at the end of Farmhouse Christmas, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Farmhouse Christmas, and then the free slots come. So I'm just swapping around. So I will work on Harvest Keeper today and probably tomorrow if Farmhouse Christmas hasn't arrived. And then I'll just keep swapping things around. I hope that makes sense. It does in my head, but I'm probably ballsing up the explanation. The reason I'm giving this lots of love, apart from the fact that it's been very naughty, it's got absolutely nothing to do with my counting. It's Charlotte's fault. Believe that and you'll believe anything. Is I want to get this finished by the end of August. If you were watching last week, you saw that I mentioned a stitch along. I'll show you that in a minute. Lynette at Homesteading on the home front is organising with some other people to do a stitch along with the chart that features this gorgeous cardinal, and that's starting the first Monday of September, I think. Lynette's actually added the information in the description of my video last week. I'm sure if I say a holiday weekend, it's going to be the wrong holiday weekend. I know it's the first Monday in September. So I want to finish this by the end of August. In my rotation in the free slot days, I'm giving this 2 days per free slot session, so it's going to have 8 days per rotation to really try and push and get this finished by then. So this is, well, first of all, it's the Home for the Holidays Blackbird Designs booklet that came out, I think, at the end of last year, and this is the full chart, just the season. So I would quite like to do that. I'd like to join into that stitch along. I'll be the last one doing it though, because of the way my rotation works. But you know, I think once you get the bird done, that's the bulk of a huge amount of work. The rest of it's all relatively easy. So that is one of my long-term plans. My immediate plans, as I said, I will just keep working on the free slot stuff until Farmhouse arrives, and then I'll give it its 4 days, and then I'm back to the beginning of the rotation. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, so we'll see what we've got. That's about it. I've had no cat try to break in like I did in the last video, so that's quite good, and I haven't coughed, I don't think. And I'm just going to show this in case I said it wrong last time, this time like I did last time, while it's sitting in front of me to remind me. This is the thread for my Quaker Presidential Blue. I'm sure I said blue, not grey, because I did in the first video. Anyway, that's me done. I hope you get to stitch all the things you want to stitch this coming week, and I will catch you again next week with further progress on my projects. Thanks everyone, take care, bye bye.